I've seen a bunch of other people online do their own tier list things. Like, just to name a few, like there was a couple Subnautica things and just a bunch of other like games. Like tier list of all the locations, tier list of all the players, tier list of all the enemies, tier list of all the killers in Dead by Daylight. I don't know. But I haven't done my own variation, so I am gonna do my own variation. Just got out of the shower, so my hair's all fluffy. But yeah, I thought, what can I do that would actually make sense and portray to me? So I got the 15 most popular uploads on my channel, and I'm gonna rank them from F to S. F being, if you don't know how tier lists work, F is the worst, and S is like absolute best, in your opinion. These are just opinions, chill. Aight, the first one. Good old FNAF World livestream. The one that started my, quote, subscriber surge, as I call it. It's gotta be in one of the top 3 tiers. What tier should it go? Okay, let's, like, actually consider this. It started my subscriber surge. Is there anything, like, before I list off the goods, is there any bads about it? It was an absolute pain to do, and the fact that it's all done with the horrible stand-up mic that sat right there, that had the E in the background constantly. So that's one downside, because I wish I could redo the whole thing with that, but I don't have the patience. I don't know if that alone is enough to prevent it from getting out of S tier, but that's just a personal pet peeve. Like, when I go back and watch some of my older series or episodes, I just hear the constant E, and I'm just like, oh, no, go away. But it was great. It had an amazing reception for anything I was doing at the time. So, just because it's, just because it's the GOAT, I'm gonna put it in S. Why not? Why is this one in here twice? I just noticed that they're in there twice for some reason. The infamous video. This is a toughie. Alright, let's again consider this. My infamous video was recorded horribly, and I feel like that's going to be a thing that anchors it down, is the way it was recorded, because it was recorded in such a horrible fashion. But I think it was one of, if not the first video on this current channel to have gained so many views so quickly. So while it isn't important now, it was important then. And at the time of me doing the FNAF World livestream, it was my most popular, and I mentioned it a lot. I'm proud of the FNAF World livestream for most of it. The infamous one, I wish I could redo almost everything about it and give it like a new layer of makeup, so... This might come as a surprise, but personally I'm gonna put you in C. It's not that good, but it's not that bad. Ooh, the childbirth surgery. This one is such an anomaly of a video, man. Here's the thing, it's not outright bad, and I guess I can see why it got the views it did. Because people would think, I'm gonna search up what childbirth is like, and then they either stumble upon that video and continue to watch it thinking it's legitimate, or find it for legitimate answers and stay when they find out it's a stupid little surgery game, and for my personal humor. One of the two. But I don't like this one. I never have. Even at the time, I knew it was stupid, and I uploaded it almost with the guarantee that it wasn't going to get the views that it got and is getting today. So it's not an F tier, because F tier would mean it's absolute garbage and I want to even forget it exists. But it's not... I'm going to put it in D. Ooh, One Night at Flumpty's. That's one of the top 2 tiers, because it's an incredible task that I did it again, and it's an even more incredible task that I was able to redo my first attempt better. it's even more of a poetic thing that they both got the exact, not the exact same amount of views, but give or take around the same amount of views. The thumbnail is better, the whole atmosphere of it is better, and it's so nice. It was able to culminate in like pretty much like a series remaster that beats the original and does everything that the original tried to do. And fun fact, I recorded a video recently where I reacted to all of my most popular videos and tried to mimic all of the ones that I could. I never uploaded it because I think the recording got corrupt, so I had to delete it, but I went and re-downloaded One Night at Flumpty's and tried to do it first try again, which I did, so this is 3 games in a row One Night at Flumpty's I've beaten first try. But this one, yeah, definitely has to go in S. Kirby Star Allies Part 2, World of Miracles. This one also is an anomaly in of itself, simply because it's only the second part in the series, and it's the only part in the series that got this many views. There are 2 episodes of Kirby Star Allies that made it into this tier list and into the top 15. The second part and the first part. But the second part just exceeded every expectation possible. It's pretty good, but again, it's being weighed down a lot by the fact that it was with a really crappy mic. And plus, the episode was a little bit longer than I would have liked. So with those 2 things put together, it creates a considerable anchor. It falls just out of A. I'm gonna put you in D there, or not D, I can't read. I'm gonna put you in B. The anger pulls you just out of arm's reach of the A territory. Tube Clicker. This one's gonna be lower, and let me explain why. I have a lot of anomalies in my most popular videos. This being one of them, because a thing that kind of weighs it down for me in a way is how it only gained views so recently. Like, I uploaded it and I think it got like 10 to 12 views, and then for a year it was kind of dormant. Then out of nowhere, just 180 plus views later, bam, it's almost at 200 views now. And it's such an odd resurgence for such an odd video. And I've watched this video back several times. And like I said with Infamous, it's not good by any means, but it sure as hell isn't bad. There's just a lot of things I could have fixed. Like, I want to apply stuff like my current humor and maybe a better recording style and some futuristic edits, but yeah. It's not in B tier, not in F tier. So I just need to decide whether it belongs with the childbirth surgery because it's an anomaly, or it didn't serve much importance either, which might be a thing that secures its spot in the D. Do not misconstrue my words. It served almost no importance, and still to this day serves no importance. And like the childbirth one, well, I guess these both were really dumb videos that I decided to do for no reason. At least the Infamous one had some build up to it. I've been planning to do it for a little while. So yeah, I think that secures your spot in D tier. Seth's first edit, or Comrade Russian as you know him. I've said his name on accident and I'm so sorry, but Comrade Russian's first edit. This, I feel like, belongs in a decently high spot. It introduced everyone who watched my channel to him, and this was his chance to make a first impression, and when I watched it back, I'm sitting there just with a smile on my face the whole time, chuckling through it, and at the end, I'm like, you know what? This is the best first impression we can get. Until we get to know our styles on camera a little better, this is the best first impression we're gonna get. I think I gave him like 50 minutes to an hour of... Or no, not 50 minutes to an hour, that was the one we had planned. I gave him like 30 to 40 minutes of Discord footage and said, here, do what you want with this and then just get it back to me when you're done. And he did, and the anticipation here was also so high. And while the payoff isn't a thing where it exceeds the anticipation, it definitely met the anticipation. Because you don't go into it expecting that it's going to be the greatest thing of all time, but I did go in and I was proud that I was going to upload it, which is not something that I say very often about my videos. So, I don't think it's S, but it definitely belongs in A. Oh god, don't dislike the video. This is such a weird entry. This was just another one we did on a whim, and this wasn't even my idea, it was Xavier64's idea. And this got so popular, and the whole joke around it is that the title is called Don't Dislike the Video because we're trying candy cigarettes, which was his idea. And if you look at the video now, it's popular, it has like 200 something views, it has 13 or 14 likes. My mom's vacuuming, ignore that. But it has 13 to 14 likes, and it has 29 to 30 plus dislikes, which I think the majority of that is just people saying, oh, you said don't dislike it, so we're gonna dislike it, kind of thing. So, even with that joke in mind, I still feel like the popularity is shadowed or drowned out by the high dislike count and the blatant ignorance that is the joke. So, I'm gonna put this one... I'm tempted to put it at the very bottom. Because, under further consideration, this video shouldn't have even been done in the first place. The fact that I allowed this to happen and didn't, like, immediately delete it a week later was my own fault. I'm trying to think of a saving grace to maybe just barely slide it into the D tier, but... You know, if I think of another reason as this video is going along, I will say it, but for now, it's going in the dead bottom. Ah, Discord with the Boys, Season 1, Episode 1. Yeah, back when the series had a lot of momentum, and then it just got derailed, and then I pretty much sold out the series to Team 84. Because nobody was interested. Yeah, this one was crucial. Especially for a lot of the stuff with the boys moving forward. You may not think it's crucial, but I think it was crucial because all of the stuff I was uploading was like the typical game videos, and there was like 1 in a million chance moment here and there. But this one was just us chilling and hanging out, as opposed to doing games. And it's become a lot more common now, and a lot more front and center. And I think this is one of the videos that built the foundation for it. So I feel like this one deserves a decently high spot. It's not S, because there are a bunch of flaws. There are some decent flaws, but I was gonna say there are a bunch of flaws, but I would then be contradicting the points I just made. You know, because of how crucial it was, I'm gonna put it in A. I'm gonna bump this video up to A. Alright, I think we got 1, 2, 3. Wait, I have 15, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 left. I don't know why it's showing several. Luigi's Ghost Mansion funny moments. This is an immediate F. There is no reason why this should have gotten popular. The video is not even that good. The audio quality is crap. The video quality is shit. And the overall concept is something that should have gotten 4 views at best. It is going right next to this video. At least this video had some justification. This one is just utter shite. This one is going at the bottom of the trash can. Alright, this is the next original one. Reacting to our old videos. This one, while it wasn't as crucial as Discord with the Boys, I feel like it still had its crucial factor just due to me being able to reflect on what I've done and kind of just see where I fucked up, see where I can improve, and see what my common practices and tells are, just to be able to break out of habits. So while it isn't A tier, I'm going to put it in a solid B tier. So at this current moment, every single tier has 2, while this one has the only Infamous is the only occupant of the C tier. Okay. Kirby Star Allies Part 1. I think this just barely... Well, no, just barely. Well, not just barely. There are a couple lower ones. But... First Kirby Star Allies part. Ooh. I think it's pretty much for the same reasons as... I think it's gonna go B. For the same sole reasons as why the second one is in B. Like, I don't see a major difference that would determine it either being a bump above an A or a bump below in C. So yeah, I think it can sit right there with its second part. Oh, is this Don't Wash Your Hands? Or Don't Forget to Wash Your Hands? Okay, so I did a video on a Dumb Ways to Die parody called Silly Ways to Get Infected because of COVID. But, you know, like I said, it's just another joke video that for whatever reason just blew up and still holds its ground in my popular videos list. Alright, so if we're going off the simple base that it's a dumb concept that got popular for no reason, then it would be in straight F every single time, because there's no justification there. But if I'm going for justification, it did have a positive message, because we needed to stop the pandemic. It's still technically not over, but we're trying to curb it. So, I feel like it goes from F to at least a D for the important message aspect. Is there anything else that can bump this up to C? Or is it just that one sole saving grace? And for now, I'm gonna put it in D for now. If I think of something later, I'll put it and bump it up to C, but for now it's gonna sit just above F. Alright, so two more. First one being Power Up Panel Panic. I remember it very well. It was a New Super Mario Bros. Wii video. I'm tempted to put this one in F as well. Simply due to, well, this again is another one that had no skyrocket reason, yet still found one and found a way to. I'm trying to think why this one would get popular. Yeah, there's no reason, because still back. I did a couple other ones that, if they truly were popular and people were watching them, then this one would get like 80 and the other ones would all get kind of even. But I don't see anything about this one specific video that would have a lot of people flocking and attracted to this. Maybe the title, but I don't think that alone is enough to bump it up out of the F tier. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in dead last. Sorry, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, but you're sitting in dead last right now. Alright, last one for this video. Is this the video where I reacted to a couple of TJ's videos, and I had just got my t-shirt, I had got the angle where I was sitting on my Lazy Boys, and yeah, I was projecting it to my TV, and I put my webcam on that. Now, this one's difficult. It has a slight bit of crucial element to it, because I'm testing out new stuff, I'm promoting that I'm slowly starting to get into the merch game, I'm showing the versatility of my setups, and showing the general versatility of my recordings overall. So, is there anything else that bumps this video up? Are there any more pros about this video? Let's see, I wasn't making cuts a lot. Wait, I need to get pros first, duh. Okay, one pro I can immediately think of is that this video is short and it's mostly to the point. Sure, I stutter a lot, and I kind of trail off, and I do that in normal videos now. But I'm better at hiding it because I'm better at editing. But still. Here, it's more visible, but it's still shown that I'm trying to get to the point and get the message out there. So recording-wise and like presentation-wise, I think this is one of the best videos I've ever done. But, okay, so before we get into the cons, with this in mind right now, it sits at maybe B tier. Quite possibly A tier. Let's decide that. One of the best videos I've done, recording and presentation-wise. Short, simple, and to the point, and especially now where people like shorter videos. Yeah, you know, I think I'll... Okay, so before I get into the cons, it's sitting in A tier. Now let's consider the cons. This video didn't have a definitive end to it, and I only count that as a con because now it's like I either try to end game videos in between rounds, or if I'm ranting, I'll stop the rant and do an outro and be done. Here it was just like, yeah, you know, cool, and then just end. And it's like, you didn't really give us information. It's just said, you just said, hey, I have a new shirt and I have a new angle, and then you reacted to some videos and you left. It's like you could have just made a short announcement at that point. And another con off the bat I can think of is that I was putting so much hype into this camera angle, and yet it only stayed around for like a month or two, I think. Not even. Maybe a month or two. Maybe a little longer, I don't know. But from what I remember, it was barely a month or two. So the amount of hype is completely unnecessary on my part. I don't know, those just seem like two personal peeves. Like, the hypocrisy and everything just kind of seems like my own fault, as opposed to anything the video could have perpetrated. So, I don't know whether to put that in B or C. It's not an A anymore, that's for sure. I'm gonna leave it in B. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it in B. Alright, so let me do a quick run through one more time. S tier consists of the FNAF World livestream and One Night at Flumpty's. First try. I agree with those spots. I'm not gonna change anything there. I agree with it. They both rightfully deserve their spot at the top. In A tier, we have Comrade Rush's first edit and Discord with the Boys. I totally didn't just accidentally blow my nose so hard and my eyes are watering. But Discord with the Boys deserves its A spot. Now I'm kind of second guessing if this one should stay here or bump up to S. That's a tough choice. I'm trying not to let personal bias take over very much here, but I love this. This is great. And while I don't want it to take over too much, I do feel like it should play a part here. Because I had the choice to say, I don't like this edit, can we try it again or can we change a couple things? And then present it how I felt was best fit. But no, I liked this and I loved it. And I said, you know what? This is great. Just, we can put this out there. And even if they don't love it, they'll get introduced to you and you still love it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna bump this up to S. Just because of all of the peaks that were intertwined with this video. Alright, B tier, we have both Kirby Star Allies parts that made it into the top 15, reacting to my old videos, and the camera angle. Want to change anything here? Ooh. Alright, let me think about that. Kirby Star Allies Part 2. Yes, I want to keep that there. That's final. I want to keep that there. Reacting to my old videos. I really wish I would have taken the time to actually edit that, and I had the things to. Like, even just make some cuts to make the video shorter, because I guarantee you people aren't going to watch an hour and 44 minutes of that. And plus, Xavier64 kind of left for the majority of that, so fault on him for kind of making most of it be left up to me. Also, I was just kind of trying to speed my way through it, because I didn't want to watch all the videos through, so I felt like I was being extremely lazy in this video now that I look at it again. I'm gonna bump this down. It's too good to be in D tier, but I don't think it deserves the spot in B tier anymore. First, Kirby Star Allies part. Yes, that's gonna stay in B, because it's literally pretty much the same kind of deal. Detail for detail as the second one. Alright, I'm gonna stick with the decision to drop this down. It's like I said, I wasn't sure, and for that moment I was gonna say, you know what, just leave it in B, and when we do the whole run through one more time, I'll see. But now that I actually can look at it again, I feel like it fits better in the C category. So C category, besides these two are final, so the only one I have to worry about is the infamous one. There's nothing else for me that would bump it down enough to be in a tier lower. So I'm trying to think if there's something else that would bump it up to be in a tier higher with the two Kirby Star Allies parts. I guess the excitement level when I went into it was way higher than anything else I had uploaded at that point, because I wanted it to be a series. I'm like, yeah, I can do so much in this. I can start a story mode, run through with that for however many episodes, then I can spend a bunch of episodes doing, like, the side missions, then I can try challenges, and just, like, I only ever did one episode, but the flexibility of it was up to imagination, and the only roof was how high your imagination went. Or my imagination went. And despite me only getting one episode out, the fact that it has left such a staple as I wanted it to, yeah, you know, I'm gonna bump you up. Also, just for nostalgia's sake, I think it deserves a bump up. And why is it doing the thing it was doing? That's extremely weird. Okay. Alright, D tier. Natural childbirth surgery, yes. You're staying there. Tube clicker. I'm tempted to put you in F, honestly. I'm like really tempted to put you in F. Because I barely see a reason that you should be in this tier and not in the trash can. Ooh. Is there even a reason why I should keep Tube Clicker in D? I'm gonna drop you to F, I'm sorry. I just... Like, looking back, and even... It's the same thing with the... It's the same thing with a lot of these other weird videos that gain a decent bit of views. I look back at them, and since they're older videos, I look back at them and I'm like, you know, I'm not happy with this. I really wish I could give this a whole new paint job. And due to the unhappiness of me watching it back now, it kind of just really bogs it down. A good video is something that even future you, when you have all the skills required to be a pro at it, can look back and say, look, I'm proud of this. I like this. So yeah, that goes down to F. Don't wash your hands. As opposed to this, there actually was like, there was more pros here. There was a good message, and I at least had the wherewithal to make it at just the right time. So yeah, there's enough here to keep it above F. And, okay, this one I already explained. Luigi's Ghost Mansion, I'm staying here. This video should not exist, and the only reason I'm keeping it up is due to the view count and popularity. I don't despise the video, but shouldn't have even been uploaded in the first place. Power Up Panel Panic, yeah, same deal. I literally have no clue why you gain so many views, and there's no explanation. Don't dislike the video, same but for different reasons. It shouldn't have even been done in the first place, and my stupidity of actually uploading it and keeping it up long enough to gain that many views is my own fault. So yeah, one more look at the final tier list. Or the final, like, results. It went from C being the only one with a single entry to A being the only one with a single entry, and that's the Discord with the Boys one. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time for more. Peace out, everybody.